Hello children, it's assembly number 2 and it's week 6 and we know that we start off with our routine. So what's the time, Mr. Wall? Let's have a look. I can see that the minute hand, that's a long hand, is on the 9. And I know that that means, that's right, 1:45. Quarter to what though? Well, I look to the short hand, which is the hour hand, and it's nearly on the 10. Put it all together and it is, that's right, 9:45. 9:45 at night, you know it. 9:45 in the morning, full of energy, because we've had all that sleep. Right, what else have we got? Our language of the month, which is Bulgarian. Drazi, drave. Drazi, drave. And our Makaton side of the week is to be careful. To be careful. In my last assembly, we talked about a boy called Brian. He hadn't been very kind, had he, children? No, he wasn't very careful with other people's stuff, so he made people sad, sometimes a bit cross. But we're not like that, are we? No, we're not like that at all. Right, now, I'm going to take you now over to our research centre, because I think it's Author of the Month time again. I'll see you in 3, 2, 1. Hello! Back in the research centre. So, our author of the month is Jacqueline Woodson. And then some of you have come down to the research centre and had a look at some of the lovely books that we've got on display. Let me just move you down so you can see some of them. Okay, there's not very many, but there are really, really lovely stories. I don't know if you remember that we read this story called Each Kindness, and it was a story about a girl who had started at a new school called Maya, and all the other children hadn't been very kind, had they? Hope that you're kind in our school. I want to read you another story by the same author, Jacqueline Woodson. It's called The Day You Begin. And again, it's about being a little bit different. Now, some of us might look a bit different. Mrs. Lee's just had her hair done. It's very dark, isn't it? I might look a little bit different. All right, somebody might join our school who looks different or sounds different or does different things. But does that mean that we're unkind to them? No. All right, you have to look beyond this bit and look inside. All right, look inside. What's this person like? Let's find out about them. Right, so this book is called The Day You Begin. You might be able to relate to some of these things. You might think, oh, that sounds like me. There will be times when you walk into a room and no one there is quite like you. Maybe it will be your skin or your clothes or the curls of your hair. There will be times when no one understands the way the words come out of your mouth, the beautiful language of the country you left behind. My name is Roberto. We moved here from Venezuela. And because the others don't understand, the classroom will fill with laughter until the teacher quiets everyone. Roberto from Venezuela, your teacher says so softly and beautifully that your name and homeland sound like flowers blooming the first bright notes of a song. There will be times when the words won't come out. Your own voice, once huge, now smaller. And when a teacher asks, what did you do last summer? And tell the class your story. We went to France, says Chayla. These shells came from a beach. A boy named Jonathan holds out a jar filled with tiny shells, so fragile, they look like they'll turn to dust. My whole family went to India. Mine went to Spain. Each souvenir a small triumph of their journey, their travels going on and on. And as you stand in front of that room, you can only remember how the heat waved as it lifted off the curb, and your days spent at home caring for your little sister who made you laugh out loud and hugged you hard at nap time. You can only remember the books you were reading long after she'd fallen asleep. And in that room, where no one else is quite like you, you'll look down at your empty hands and wonder, what good is this when other children were flying and sailing and going somewhere and I just stayed at home? There will be times when your lunch your mother packed for you is so strange or so unfamiliar to others. When your own friend Nadia wrinkles her nose and says, "Ugh, what's in there anyway?" And you'll wonder how she doesn't see the rice beneath the meat. You'll wonder why she doesn't remember that rice is the most popular food in the whole world. And there will be times when climbing bars are too high and running is too fast and far, and the game isn't one you ever really want to play. "I don't want him on our team. You can watch. Maybe you can have a turn later," is what you hear. And there will be times when the world feels like a place that you're standing all the way outside of. Way away. And all that stands between you is your own brave self, steady as steel and ready, even though you don't know what you're ready for. There will be times when you walk into a room and there's no one quite like you until the day you begin to share your stories. "Hello, my name is Angelina and I spent my whole summer with my sister at home," you'll tell the class, your voice stronger than it was a minute ago. "I read books and told her stories. And even though we stayed at home, it was like we got to go everywhere." "Oh, your name's like my sister's," Rigoberto says. "Her name is Angelina too." And all at once in the room where no one was quite like you, the world opens up a little wider to make some space for you. This is the day you begin to find the places inside your laughter and your lunches, your books, your travels and your stories, where every new friend has something a little like you and something else so fabulously not like you at all. Ah, Angelina and Rigoberto have made friends. Oh, I love that book. I love that book. Come and have a look at it, especially if you sometimes feel a little bit different from other people. So I feel a little bit different at the moment because my hair's a different colour. I'm feeling a little bit strange. But I know inside me I'm exactly the same, and I know I've got lots of things to share. Not just about what I look like or how I sound, or what I eat, or what I wear. It's about what's inside. Oh, that's a lovely story, wasn't it? Come and have a look at the books, children, in the research centre at lunchtime. You know the rules. We only have 5 in here, and you have to be. So you come in and you sit down on one of the cushions. Now the books that you don't touch, children, are these ones in the plastic boxes. You can look at the books at the top here. These books, these ones are all about the golden rules. And again, you can look at the books about Antarctica. Remember the Antarctica books? And you can come down to my office and have a look at the Mary Anning books, which I'll tell you about tomorrow. Okay, we're going to finish there, children. Are you ready? Help me to do the things I should, to be to others kind and good, in all my work and all my play, to grow more loving every day. Amen. Okay, bye-bye, children.